Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now,
The 3-time sexiest man in Millington, Johnny Harden.
Good Monday to all my peeps out there. How's life treating you? I hope it's treating you well. I just got to say this, man. Don't y'all hate it on Mondays when you wake up and your stuff don't work? I know that. I hate it too, man, because right now I'm here in studio and all of a sudden my pen doesn't work. It's working again. Hallelujah. Praise the good one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But do you know what I'm saying? Gabe will make y'all understand. I'm weird. I have to have a pen in my hand for some reason. It's like a drug. Like if it's not in there when I'm doing my show, I know I talk into a microphone, but without that pen in my hand,
you just feel naked.
I feel like I cannot do my show. Where is my pen? So, pen, pencil. I don't discriminate. You can go pen or pencil. I like both. Heck, I'll even go crayon on you one. Okay. I just want you to know I'm equal opportunity, writing utensil person. But anyway, I'm so excited to be in here today for the main reason, in all honesty, I'm really fired up. My good buddy Gabe's back. He had a really well-deserved vacation. He went out, saw some baseball. I'm so excited. We get to talk.
What?
Ooh, what?
The Padres and the Rockies, God, can they hit? But they have zero pitching, man. And that's why they're 10 games under 500. Both
zero pitching.
Caught a good game, though. I thought
but
it was
you saw a
interesting.
beautiful ballpark. We get to talk about the netting situation, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. There are a lot of people get smoked. I told you the crazy number, so I get to talk about that with him. Also, before he left, we went to practice. Now, Gabe's life, my life, two totally different couple decades we grew up in. And like I said this last week, change can happen, and it's proven itself in football. I think Brett Favre, back when he said he wouldn't let his sons play football, it's the football he played he wouldn't let his son play. It's not a 3 yards in a cloud of dust anymore. They take precaution. They have water breaks. I mean, they don't deny people of water like they used to. They don't have two-a-days. They don't say like they used to. And I didn't understand this for a long time because I went through it. They beat you so bad in practice that it would make the game seem easy, and that was their goal. And they also, the first 2 weeks, I remember two-a-days, they hurt you so bad that even practices, which were a nightmare, would almost seem easy comparatively to those. And our bodies physically did somehow get used to taking a beating because literally we hit every single day. Hit, 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 hit. Today's practice is about technique and execution, running your plays, all that. Yes, we did execution and ran our plays. I'm not going to lie to you, though. 50% of a practice was about who's the toughest dude, the baddest dude on the team, and we're going to go out there and figure it out, and we're going to make them run up against each other, and we're going to hit, 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 hit.
And now there's realistic expectations on what you can do with your body. And that's what I like, because fall camp, man, obviously most people listening haven't been through that.
Okay, well,
that
see, this is what I wanted to bring up to you, though.
That is just completely different from a physical standpoint. Like, you cannot possibly get your body ready for that.
And by the way, I want to say something. The young men today, and I don't want Gabe to think this, they physically get in the weight room. They take all the stuff. They also get techniques right. They learn their plays. They know where they're supposed to be. It's a very well-oiled machine. But to say things can't change, it has to be done way, that's BS. And I think really football is the one that needs to can look at themselves in the mirror proudly, actually, and say if anybody can change, a multi-billion-dollar organization that, yes, wanted to protect its money, but oh my goodness, what a change they have made. We're listening to this BS from Antonio Brown. We heard Brady saying
I'm not
that
buying
he's
it.
adjusting to it. I think Antonio Brown it's just BS.
But are you buying any of the like? Is that the reason he would quote unquote retire from the league?
If he's going to quote on retire,
I think there's
I've listened to
something
what
else.
Justin Gatlin said. Did you read Justin Gatlin?
Uh-uh.
He made a mistake. He said with the cryogenic, did the same thing Antonio Brown. He said it was 3 months before I could run. He said it was a year before I was the same athlete.
And also, I've been in a cryogenic, the cryogenic chamber deal, and I couldn't imagine going in there with no footwear
Stupid.
on. Are you kidding
Stupidity.
me? That thing gets
Stupidity.
to negative 200 degrees.
Stupid.
I'd freeze my toes off.
So he made a huge mistake. He's making a big mistake. He likes to obviously tick off a lot of people. We're going to talk about that. We have so many things that we're going to discuss with Gabe. We got straight no chaser. We got studs and duds, hard and wood. We got a pick. I'm going to tell you an early pick. Man, I wish I could have told you get them Yankees. But at 6 o'clock, you get Cleveland as an basically it's even money at home against Boston. Best record in baseball, even better than the Mets since the All-Star break. Heard Eli talking a little bit about it. By the way, I do have to say this real quick, little sidebar. I always like taking sidebars. I was thinking this, and this was so sad. Have you all seen that commercial? I know y'all have, where it says, you don't want to grow up, we can do this, but we can't help if you grow up like your parents. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Who does those?
Oh,
Yes.
they're so funny. But
I
anyway,
can't even think of it.
The whole point of it is I was listening to Eli and Greg, who I used to argue with back in the day all the time, and then I'm listening to them, and I agree with every dead gum thing they say. I'm like, oh, my goodness. I'm not growing into my parents, but I am growing into my favorite married couple on the radio. Because I was just agreeing with every single thing they were saying. But I want to get...
That's Progressive. Progressive Insurance does those commercials.
That is progressive. That is funny. That is funny. Yeah, turn it into your parents. But what I wanted to bring up first and foremost with Gabe Kuhn in this very first segment, but before I did, I see my man Carl's over there. I got to give a huge shout out, okay? We did something this weekend that is not just special to me, not just special to the young kids. This is something that I think that's one of those things that it grows on you. It'll end up, it's a seed you plant, and then years you see the rewards. And we had rewards yesterday and Saturday especially, but I was still high yesterday from doing it. And I'm talking about not high on marijuana or drugs. I'm talking about the high you get, the real high you get. Like when people are running, they say they get a runner's high. You think that's a good one? Try to do something good for a young person in this neighborhood and do something for a kid and watch them dance and run around and scream. And if you tell me you don't feel like $1 million, I'm going to tell you something. I still feel like $1 million today, so I appreciate Lester Hudson. I appreciate my man Carl for helping me be a part of that. Dominique, check out Dominique Frost and her organization and her business. She is absolutely wonderful. All the people that helped out, Crystals, just, there were so many people. What was the Wing Factory? Just all these people. Cam was out there. Lester was out there. I mean, who else do I need to mention? His wife, the kids. But there were so many people, what I'm trying to say, that came together over at Glenview and just literally got together and gave out 1,000 backpacks, haircuts, food, face painted, and changed the difference in so many young people's lives. So a shout out to Lester Hudson, shout out to Cam, shout out to Chris Stiles, shout out to the Wing Guru, shout out to Dominique and all those people who made that possible. Just thank you so much. That was awesome. Seeing the smiles on those kids' faces made my weekend. It's going to make my week, I'm pretty sure. It was dope. Now, it's time to get into what I need to get into. Now, tonight, first game, I'm just going to tell you, the Indians are 6-0 straight up the last time Zach Plesac has started. He's 6-0 in his last 6 starts. He was 0-3 and then won 6 straight. The Red Sox were 1-4 straight up in their last 5 meetings with the Indians, and guess what? The under 7-1-1 in the Indians' last 9 games. Now, this is the one other thing that is very, very important. Think about what I'm about to tell you. Since June 4th, there's nobody in baseball who's been hotter than the Indians. 42-17 at home versus the Red Sox, 71-47 on the season against the Boston Red Sox, who, yeah, they won it all last year, 62-58. They're only 4 games above 500. I'm telling you, I like the Indians tonight straight up. Yep, at home. I really, really, really do. So I'm now dropping that. Now it's time for me to get into the first story that I wanted to get into. And the very first one I wanted to get into is with Gabe. It has to do with, I want to ask him a few questions. One, I wanted to tell you, going out to practice is difficult for me. Watching y'all practice today, going to the Houston, seeing James Thomas, who played at Arkansas and played with me at Houston, great football coach over at Houston, runs such a different practice, is such a great, runs a, like y'all do. It's always safety first, but it's about teaching and execution. Again, not saying that Ken Netherland or Coach Haney or any of these guys who did it the way that they were taught growing up, that they did their best with what they were, thought that they were doing. They were trying to do the right thing. What I'm saying, though, is when I see these things, it kind of messes me up because it does make you think to yourself, would you have stuck with it or would you have left? And what I'm trying to say is because when you're that freshman year, and I can think of, rest in peace, to a couple guys that, aren't with us anymore, who would come back from practice and they would have a red dot in the middle of their forehead. And I'm not kidding with you. Were concussed basically the whole season. I remember seeing Scott Thurmer or Eric Peterson. It's just like all these guys who literally, back then, like what I'm saying is it was hit. Now y'all wear a condom on your helmet. You're doing a lot of 7-on-7s. You're running pass routes and catching, and you're working out, and the defensive line's down here, and everything is different. It's not an hour and a half of busting heads and, okay, let's get the most macho offensive guy and the most macho defense, and let's circle up. Let's do a little bull in the ring. Come on. That stuff is gone, man. You know what I mean? And then at the end of the game, y'all don't do this either. We used to, and this is the way I hate it, in practice every single day, scout team offense and scout team defense versus first team and first team offense, first team defense, end with the dead gum field goal. And the reason what I'm saying is for the starters, I bet that was dope. But for the poor scout team, our lives were
they're
miserable.
scout teams. They're scout teams still.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
the one
is,
defense and one offense definitely tee off on the scout
I know
team
what
still.
I'm saying. It's not done every day. You don't walk back for, 45 straight days to your dorm literally wanting to shoot yourself or wondering what that bleep you're doing because you can't even move and you have this permanent bruise on the center of your forehead that won't go away for 6 months. I'm just saying it has changed a lot, and I do believe for all the people that spoke out earlier, like Brett Favre, who said, if I had sons, I wouldn't let them play. I 100% think they're talking about the football that they grew up playing. I think if they went to a practice, if they went and watched what they did today, I think you would come away, and I think a lot of moms would come away and feel a lot safer because, again, the positives in football outweigh the negatives, especially now that they are putting on the high school level and the college level the safety first and the athlete and his body before, because before it used to be basically like you were, let's be honest, you were treated like cattle, and that was sad. And now that the NCAA has seemed to wake up, I do think that, because I remember people
it's
talking
more
about,
than the NCAA. It's just the whole new age of football in general. Like when you look at
flag
youth sports,
football did not happen when I was growing up. We didn't have flag football.
Yeah, it was full contact.
I was talking
and
about
you're
this.
like 6 years old playing full contact
Bull
football.
in the ring, Oklahoma drill. At 6 years old back in the day out at SYS. I think about that now today. Those coaches would probably be arrested for child abuse.
I'm not kidding. I train kids.
And that was my dad, and I love him. I'm not saying he did anything wrong. That's just what he was taught.
Yeah, I train kids. I train young O linemen. And, when parents ask me, what age I think, kids should start playing football, I say, 8th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. Anything younger, you don't really learn all that much and learn what you need to learn. And I like where I like where as a society we're going with football. It's just different probably for you to watch, man.
It's-
Because you
it's
saw the
crazy.
5-minute water breaks. You saw all
Dude,
that
it's
type of stuff. You saw
the
the
talking,
non-concussion things
the
on the
condoms
helmet.
on the helmet.
And I like
the fact
those.
that
I
y'all
never
can
got to play
talk,
with those.
too, by
I
the
never got to
way.
play with those, by
Hold
the
on,
way.
I do have to admit too. The other thing is that you don't understand the music, the way that y'all actually talk to each other. How cool it was that when I walked out. By the way, again, this is the other thing where I have to say this team's going to be good. Not very many men can walk up and make Gabe look like a little boy. And Obina, when he went and hugged you, brother, you did look like a little boy. It probably looked like if you gave me a hug, what I'd look like. But dude, he is a big guy. And again, we might have lost a lot of starts. But, dude, that team is massive. And I could not believe. What did I say about the center? What did I say? I go, is that? No.
You had Dustin in studio, and you're like,
Is
that's
that
Dustin?
Dustin?
Right there.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Dude, seeing him next to, like, freaking Scotty and Obina, you're going,
Oh, Obina made me look like a child.
holy bleeping, you know what? They're huge.
It's funny because, like, I am a big dude.
Yes.
And
Again,
to make
that's
me
what I
look
said.
like a child is hard to do.
And I have to
It
say,
got done a
Ryan,
couple times.
And the other thing is watching y'all and all the drills they run. It's about footwork. It's about explosion. It's about where you put your hands and all that stuff. Like I can see, you don't necessarily like. I always thought in my mind, oh, well, you have to hit, you have to hit, you have to hit, you have to hit to get better. I kind of like, you learn all the technique. And then you grip, rip, and you let it fly on Saturday when you play. We used to. They used to have this philosophy: I'm gonna make practice so damn hard that the games are easy. And now that they've changed that, I actually kind of like that, and I think it is going to. I think it's changed mothers' perceptions. I think it's changed fathers' perceptions. And again, I think when they dropped, 20% of participation dropped in football across the country, I think you're going to watch that number start to grow, to go back up.
But I wonder what age it's going to be at. I think
Well,
I
it's
think
gonna
flag football is going to start taking over the youth.
You should do
football
from
age.
5 to 13. I
Yes.
think you should do flag football. I think until
But
you're
obviously,
14
I
years
think
old,
you
you should.
But do you think you should have the opportunity to be able to play contact football at that age, even when you're still young?
At which age?
Let's say 10, 11.
I think doctors have proven that the development of the human mind, especially in young adult males, the brains are so susceptible to concussions and trauma at that age. I think, again, you wait as long as you can. And they say the difference between a 10-year-old brain and a 14-year-old brain
Huge.
is like, oh, my goodness, it's night and day.
And
And I ain't
here's
no
the other thing.
neuroscientist. This
Here's
is what they told me.
The other thing is, I don't think I learned anything of value in football. I mean, I learned the team
I
part
learned
of
how
it.
to be mean.
I
And
learned-
that's the one thing that young kids, I think the ones
Yeah.
that played remember that.
The
when you
aggression.
came out, the aggression, the ones that played a little bit longer, they knew that they could come out and knock the bleep out of you at first. And you'd be like, whoa, I don't like that very
But you
much.
learn the part of being a team, but I think you learn more after, your 7th grade. When
Totally
you're
agree.
13, 14, you learn actually how to play the game.
I totally agree with you. I think anyway, the reason I bring this up, it was Brett Favre who said he wouldn't let his kids play football. But again, I think he was thinking about what he played with his father, who was a coach, and 3 yards in a cloud of dust and how much they hit. Today's football is totally different. I said 5 years ago when I had my little grandson who's now 6 years old, about to be 7. I'm going to Bill in just a second. I said to Bash, I don't know if I'm going to let him play football. Now, after going and watching practices and talking with a bunch of people, he's playing flag football this year. They're not planning on him playing. They don't, at their whatever school, they don't play full contact until the 8th grade. I'm like, I love that. I think that's dope. Dig that. Sign me up. And if you make that the norm and you make other people not like call those kids, you know what? I think it works out. But again, anybody who says, things don't change over time, listen to Bob Dylan, read Henry David Thoreau's book, Walden Pond. Truth changed with time. Football is in the process of a change. Bill is on the phone at the First Bank text line. What's up, Wild Bill?
What's up, man?
How's life, brother?
Fine, hot.
Yeah, you ain't lying, dog. I was sweating so bad out there.
You should look out the window and just start sweating.
I saw the heat index was like over 110 today.
Look out the window and start sweating.
They don't
like
even have
that.
Yeah, they can't even put it on there anymore because it's too dangerous to even look outside. There's much to go out there. But yeah, I disagree a little bit.
All right, tell me what's up.
But there is a caveat, and that is if you're coach, and I know sometimes you can't really tell, but if you have a good football coach, you'll learn something at every age. But if you don't have a good coach, and I think that's the problem. I think when we were growing up, a lot of times you didn't have a good coach. You just had a guy who was gung ho, wanted to get out there and make people hit. So he didn't know what he was doing necessarily. Didn't teach you to hit the right way. Those people got, I remember back in the day, you get what do you call them? You get your bell rung. Like, here, take a drink of Gatorade and get back out there. Miss one play and go on back out there. I mean, we've studied. I've done a little bit of studying because I coach youth sports, and we kind of find out that you got to take a little more serious than that.
Yep.
And I remember a lot of times. I mean, there's a lot of things I look back on. There's no way I should have been playing. There's times that I didn't even remember the previous 3 plays. Or times you see a player, like 10, 11, 12, walking to the other sideline because he's confused. I mean, that kid should have immediately been taken off, checked by the ambulance sitting over on the side. But instead, they're like, and then the dads are sitting over saying, put him back in. And I see that even today coaching youth sports. I coach baseball specifically more than anything, and I see a kid will fall down, and the easy way to get a concussion is fall down and your head goes back and hits the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I see it happen to kids all the time, and the dad's like, oh, he's okay. He's over shaking his head, trying to shake the cobwebs out. And the dad's like, oh, he's tough. He can go back in. I said, doesn't matter if he's tough.
Drives you crazy,
doesn't might have a damn
Bill?
concussion. What are you talking about? Your son, dude. What are you,
you
crazy? But I think, here's what I think. The earlier they play, now there's a limit, of course, but I mean, 10-year-old, 9-year-old are fine. I think they learn, by a good coach that is, learn how to take hits, learn how to accept. That's the hardest thing I ever had in football when I was playing. I couldn't figure out why this was important, is not being afraid to get tackled. The coach said, you're afraid to get tackled. You can't be afraid. And I couldn't understand it until I got older. I said, it makes a lot of sense because you're not focusing on what you're doing. You're just worried about getting hit. You learn to get hit. You learn to hit. You learn how to handle yourself on the field. Rather than if you wait and play when you're in 8th grade, and now you're playing against some monsters out there, and all of a sudden you're some raw kid kind of thing, I'm ready to play some football. Let's do this. Next thing you know, you get smoked by some 250-pound kid running about 75 miles an hour. It's like, if you survive that, it's like, why would you even come back? But that's why I do think, obviously coaches, in my opinion, where I coach, they make sure coaches know what they're doing. They pay attention to what's going on. But if you have good coaches, I think the younger players, and I'll be honest, I see it in Bartow all the time, football players out here, and they're 7 to 9-year-olds, they are teaching them things. They've got ex-college players out here teaching these kids, and they're learning stuff that a lot of high school kids don't even know in some of these schools.
Well, that is a very good point, and I appreciate it. 901 First Bank text line. That is my man Bill, who I appreciate, helps coach the youth. He believes, again, that it's about, he thinks you can learn things when you're young and hitting. Again, I'm not going to lie to you. I used to be in Bill's corner. I was one of those guys that thought hitting was important. Again, I talked to neuroscientists. I talked about how underdeveloped the brain is. And you don't understand when you hit heads on heads on heads, and your brain just has a little bit of fluid in there that stops it from hitting your skull. And when you bruise your brain, and then when you can, and by the way, not every bruised brain is considered a concussion. And like you said, the bell ringers. But the problem is we have now proven the effects that this has long term. And that's what I'm trying to say. You can teach a 13 and 14-year-old kid. Between 13 and 18, you can teach them enough about football to get them ready for high school. And you're saying, well, if that 250-pound kid in the 8th grade and gets killed by 140-pound, what coach is going to put a 250-pound kid in a one-on-one drill against a 140-pound kid? Now, are you going to tell me that you might play a team that doesn't have like an Al Wilson back there running, who's probably 225 pounds, running like, 6'2", running a 4.4 40? Yeah, that might happen, and you might have a little 285-pound free safety back there in a game tackling, but is more of a game tackle. Again, it would be abuse to put a 250-pound 8th grade kid who is aggressive against a 140-pound little kid, and it's the first time he's ever played contact sports. I think that's just common sense. And again, one thing about coaching, and you should know this, Bill, you will always know the difference in people. And it's from the first day. You will always rather say to your defensive players, whoa, than giddy up. And that is a personality trait. That's not something you teach. You can't teach aggression. It's just in them. And you will find those boys that you have to say, whoa, and not giddy up too, because you can't tell people to get up and go and knock somebody's you-know-what. That is innately built in you. Whatever you do, though, make sure Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 FM stay innately inside of you. We'll be back in 2 shakes.
Start your day with the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hertz right here on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Frontier Western Store's world-famous boot showroom is waiting for you. With aisles and aisles of boots in one easy spot, you will find your next favorite pair at Frontier. Everyone loves Ariat boots, and Frontier has over 1,000 pair in that brand alone. Come grab a pair of rugged work boots like the Workhog, or discover an everyday classic in Ariat's Rambler. Tons of other brands as well: Rocky, Dan Post, Red Wing, Durango, Justin, Twisted X, and many more. Frontier constantly restocks and refreshes their lineup of boots, so you're certain to walk out of the store happy in your new comfortable footwear. They have a wide assortment of sizes available for men, women, and children. Work, dress, or play, Frontier's knowledgeable staff will cheerfully help you find the perfect fit. It's boots galore at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road, Olive Branch, or on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated, you know it, since 1967.
And now, the worst commercial ever.
Say, Jan, as a fellow respected small business professional, I wonder, who do you use for commercial auto and business insurance?
Progressive, of course. They helped with a customized insurance solution for my busy florist company.
I'm so glad we had this chance encounter in this busy restaurant.
Yes, that fake conversation was brutal. Whereas commercial auto and business insurance through Progressive is anything but. Visit progressivecommercial.com to quote today. Insurance provided and serviced by Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. It's affiliated and third-party insurers.
In today's evolving workplace, XMC understands the process of getting office work done has moved from the desktop to your pocket. The new Xerox multifunctional printers and Connect Key app technology are game changers. Are you working with confidential information? Does it need to be secure from unwanted threats? Do you need to translate documents to another language? Xerox's App Gallery provides solutions like secure printing and easy translator technology. XMC is the second largest exclusive Xerox agent in the U.S. with 9 locations to serve you. We've been in business for over 25 years and have received top awards from Xerox. In changing our world one experience at a time, our team's committed to doing what's right for your business. XMC is proud to be your leader in document and print management, and it'd be our pleasure to serve you. Contact XMC today at 888-814-3114 or visit our website at xmcinc.com. XMC, excellence in office solutions.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. Covered it. August 14th, 2008. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
Call Chad Gatlin at 901-235-1176 or get a fast quote at memphisfarmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
HC trouble? Make your first call your last call.
Call Air Doctors of Memphis, 901-598-HVAC. Owner Matt Davis is a third-generation full-service air conditioning specialist. Air Doctors of Memphis services all major brands, and labor and parts are guaranteed 100%. Their yearly AC checkup is only $60, and 24-hour emergency service is billed at normal rates. Your comfort is their highest priority. Contact airdoctorsofmemphis.com or call 901-598-HVAC.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here. Kick it.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Tony Franciosi used to date my mom. Man, that was rude to do that to my dad, man. How could you do that, man? Can you believe that? No, I'm just kidding. Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Y'all know who I am. I'm your sports mixologist, John Hod. And on the other side of the glass, my man Carl's up in the hizzy. My man Carl's going to get a stud from me. Gabe's back in the house. I'm very happy to talk to him. Already talked with my man Bill on the First Bank text line. Hit us on the First Bank phone line at 901-360-8255. That's 901-360-8255. The mayor took a little time out of his day to tell me about, youth football and youth sports. Again, one of the things I think about this is, both of us can be right in some aspects of this argument. I guess what we're looking at is from different. He's looking about it from more of a coaching standpoint. He is a coach himself. I'm looking for him as more of a grandfather and now a parent standpoint. I'm also trying to look at it from a standpoint from what people, saw the game at 10 years ago.
To his point of, yes, you can learn things when you're
younger.
But you can also learn those same things, 3-4 years later.
Bennett never played football till he was, 16?
Huh?
Oh, Bennett never played football till he was 16,
he only played
right?
16.
Didn't he get a college scholarship?
I know a bunch of guys in the NFL that didn't play until they were seniors in high school. And you can teach these movements at any point. It just has to do with if that person is coachable, if that player wants to be coachable and learn these things.
It's a good point. But anyway, there's a good points all the way around. I don't care if we agree, disagree. I don't care what we do, but let's just keep the talk conversation going. Hit me up at the First Bank phone lines, 901-360-8255. And don't forget the First Bank text line, 67129. This is crucial because as I sit here and chill in the Family Leisure Studios where family and fun come together. By the way, Family Leisure, 2120 Witten Road, just north of I-40. We want to, create a conversation. And I want to go back and forth, and I'm about to do some studs and duds, and I think this will create a little more conversation. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll go back and forth. Me and Gabe got a lot of conversating we have to do today about football. And I have to ask you one question before we do our next segment. But before I do that, I did want to say thank you, Chad Gatlin. MemphisFarmers.com, Auto, Home, Life, Business, MemphisFarmers.com. Chad Gatlin is the bomb diggity, and the reason is because, He doesn't just love my show. He doesn't just the best business insurance type person on the planet Earth, but he's also fast. He's easy. And then Farmers is the bomb diggity. Again, MemphisFarmers.com, a fast quote. Or if you like talking to a person, give them a call at 901-235-1176. That's 901-235-1176. Call my man Chad Gatlin. He'll be glad you did. But my man Gabe, before we go to a little bit of studs and duds, I have to know what you think about this, and I'm dead serious. In a coaching aspect, do you always believe, can you realistically, because I've always believed this, I don't know if you can, but I thought if you're a coach, can you really teach, what I'm trying to say is that killer instinct, and I hate saying that word.
No.
I don't like
No.
Do you know what I mean by trying to say,
okay.
It's easier to say whoa than giddy up?
It's very simple to understand, and a lot of kids sort of develop that and I'll say killer instinct too, because I think that's sort of what it is.
It
and
is,
just that aggression.
Unfortunately, it's the aggression.
But
yeah.
like that's sort of learned as you go. I don't think I've really ever seen a kid really just jump into his first year of football and just automatically have it. You know what I mean? Because it's something that you don't really think about in any other sport you play.
Yeah, you
like
really
yes,
don't.
you're not being aggressive in baseball. You're not being as aggressive in basketball. You don't have to be as physical. So it's something you definitely have to learn as you go. And I don't know. Again, I don't know if I've seen anyone jump in their first day of football and just have it, and be as aggressive as possible at all times.
I'm with you, but you know what time it is, don't you? It's time to go to Studs and Duds.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
I do have to admit, stud of the weekend. Actually, I got to give my man Carl over there part of this stud. And the biggest stud has to go to, and we can just say Lester Hudson. Thank you, Dominique. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Chris Styles. Thank you, The Wing Factory. Thank you for all these people who donated your time to help make this happen. But Lester Hudson, all the smiles on those kids' faces was straight up dope. Glenview, thank you for letting us use your community center. We had a great weekend, and congratulations. Just great work by everybody over there. Everyone should be so very proud of themselves. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what society is supposed to be like. By the way, don't you think, by the way, Carl? Yeah, give me a little what's up. Yeah. He gave me a little thumbs up, so he's down. He's ready to get out of school, by the way. He's waiting on me to sign his paperwork. I should hold him hostage. All right, I need a coffee with 2 creams. And no, I'm just joking. He's like, what you need? No, I do have to also give a huge stud. I already gave those studs. But can we give a stud, honestly, to the Georgia Southern quarterback? Because he finally got to practice after he was falsely imprisoned and arrested for cocaine possession because Barney Fife thought some reason people could put their yayo on the hood of their car. By the way, I would have killed if Barney would have just taken a little of that bird poop, gave himself a gummy, and been like, oh yeah, my lip's numb. I can tell this is definitely some good blow, yo. I can see it in this guy's eyes. He's a bad man.
That whole thing was the biggest joke in the world.
Shy works. Georgia Southern quarterback. He's back.
Happy he's back. Happy.
Practice field. Congratulations. Again, I'm not joking with you. I don't understand how it is even possible. I'm going to tell you right now. Back in the day, did you watch Perry Mason?
No.
All right, what about Matlock?
Seen it, but no.
So just Law and Order, basically.
Yes, yeah,
okay,
Law and Order. There we go.
Law and Order. Here we go. All right, so Law and Order. So my man at Law and Order, you got Fred Thompson, you got like Marisha Haggerty and all them, but who's Jack McCoy's chilling in his office, and he's like, they come in, and you can see Briscoe and some other detective come in, and they're like, we got this guy with some yay. And you can see Jack like, show me the bag. And he's like, we got it. And Jack looks at the bag and goes, you realize this is bird crap, don't you? And they look at him and like, nah, dude, I gave myself a gummer, dude. It made myself numb. And we put it in the thing and it turned blue. Moron, are you kidding me? Jack would be like, dude, who puts their Coke on the hood of the car? Like, driving around the road, got yayo on the hood of the car because we just so crazy and got so much yay? What are you talking about? Oh, and if you don't know what yay is...
I just don't know how they came to that conclusion. I will never understand. I don't think they understand.
I'm dead serious. This is not even a joke. This is one, again, where I said Jack McCoy, Perry Mason, Matlock, what's the chick that wrote Jessica Lansbury, Murder, She Wrote. All of them said to themselves, man, this is some BS, yo. They couldn't even believe that this kid got arrested. And again, I feel so sorry for him. And again, if you were the defense attorney and this landed on your desk, how much I couldn't have stopped laughing. Like, hold up.
So they bagged it up? somehow.
They bagged up
I don't
bird
understand
poop.
how
They scraped bird poop off the hood of his car and couldn't even realize. By the way, when does cocaine look like bird poop? And by the way, stick to the hood of your car? I don't even.
It doesn't. I have a stud. Simone Biles, did you see that?
Dude,
first
can I just
time
say
anyone
real
has
quick?
ever landed a triple twisting double somersault on a floor routine ever.
Can
in
I just
women's
tell you
gymnastics.
something? I'm being dead serious. I am not joking in any way. Simone Biles did something that is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. I want to ask you, more impressive, and I'm being dead serious to you, Gabe Kuhn. Did you see my girl? I think her name is Sky Love or something. She's 11 years old. She's going to the Olympics for skateboarding. In 2020, she was the first girl in the history of the sport to land a 540. Okay?
That's more impressive just because of age.
That's
just
what I was
of
wondering.
age.
That's
But at
all
the
I was
same
wondering.
time, no one else has ever done what Simone Biles did yesterday.
And that's anybody on planet Earth. No matter your sex, age, no matter your religion, no matter
I think
nothing,
the men
right?
have done it. I think the men have done it, but no woman has ever done that ever.
Well, nobody
and
had
she
ever
has
done
some
it.
springs,
Sky,
man,
no
off
woman
that
had
floor.
ever done what Sky done either. Like Sky, literally, like I said, Sky was the first person ever to land it. Like she landed, just it was so sick what she did. And again, the fact that she is here, it is right here. Sky Brown became the first female skateboarder to land a frontside 540 in the history of X Games, period. Boom. 11-year-old. Dude, when you watch this little girl do what she did, that is sick, man.
Yeah,
Now,
it really is
then-
great.
But then Simone Biles, this is an Olympic champion. And this is the other thing I wanted to ask you. What's more impressive that Simone Biles can put her past behind her and move on to continue to compete? And you know what I'm talking about. That nasty SOB at Michigan State. I don't even want to say his name.
Yeah, it just, I was hoping this wouldn't come up, but at the same time,
Because I feel like
it
does.
just the amount of things that whole gymnastics team has had to overcome. It's awesome to see, and I'm glad to see Simone Biles is still who she was. You know what I mean? Because after some traumatic things like that, like you usually, a lot of people don't come back the same.
Plus, she came back from that, and I was told this. I don't know how much I should believe in it, but here's what somebody told me. A gymnast at 22 doing what Simone Biles did would be like Tom Brady playing into his 45s, like 46. Like, I don't know, because they say, gymnasts don't, like, after 17, 18 years old, they say it's OV for them.
Well, their joints with all that jumping
Like the
up
size,
and down,
yeah,
that'll,
it starts to
that'll
hurt.
do it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I
that's
can
a lot of
imagine.
impact.
Yo,
That is
dude,
a lot.
I
You see
cannot-
how high she gets in the air for those
Bro,
twists and
it freaks
somersaults?
me out, man.
No, I mean it's hard to even think about.
It freaks me out. No, congratulations to her. I got to take a break because I got some literal duds to get back. Like, hey, I got to give one more stud to Ronald Acuna before we go to break real quick. Don't you think I should? I mean, this guy's only got, let's say, 28 steals and 33 home runs. By the way, do you know how many people have ever joined the 30-30 club before the age of 22? Only one player, Mike Trout. Guess who's about to be number 2? That's right. My man Ronald Acuna needs 2 more steals to join the 30-30 club. Now, I want to ask you one question before I go to break. Does he have a chance to join the 40-40 home runs, 40 homers, 40 steals? Only 4 dudes have ever done it. Jose Canseco.
I think the home runs is not even a question, but the steals, we'll have to see.
28 and 33 is where he sets. Canseco, A-Rod, Bonds, Alfonso Soriano, all 4 of them did it. Alfonso Soriano is the one that always surprises me. A-Rod, Bonds, and Canseco I get, but I always look at Alfonso, I'm like, that's how you got that fat check, man. Damn. But anyway, my man Ronald Acuna Jr., he's batting, just .419, 6 home runs, 10 RBIs, 12 runs. That's not bad. He's been doing this, just since the All-Star break. Not bad. By the way, in August, he's upped it to 367. He's already got 8 home runs in August, 15 RBI, and 15 runs. Do you know what today's date is? It's the 12th. Dude is sick, yo. I'm going to take a break and be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
And now, the worst commercial ever.
Say, Jan, as a fellow respected small business professional, I wonder, who do you use for commercial auto and business insurance?
Progressive, of course. They helped with a customized insurance solution for my busy florist company.
I'm so glad we had this chance encounter in this busy restaurant.
Yes, that fake conversation was brutal. Whereas commercial auto and business insurance through Progressive is anything but. Visit progressivecommercial.com to quote today. Insurance provided and serviced by Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Its affiliated and third-party insurers.
New Life Medical Center has moved to a new, larger location that allows them to better serve their patients. I go to New Life Medical Center for testosterone replacement therapy, which is one of many things they do. They also treat erectile dysfunction and can relieve the pain of joint injuries with stem cell and platelet-rich plasma treatments. They also take care of patients with diabetes, high blood pressure, sick visits, and much more with no appointment necessary and minimal wait times. New Life Medical Center is now at 9160 Highway 64. That's just off I-40. Stop in and see what they can do for you.
Stop. Pick up your golf clubs. Head to my favorite place, Vantage Point Golf Center, 9580 Macon Road in Cordova. Open 7 days a week. Vantage Point Golf Center. They got it all. Top Tracer powered by Top Golf. Track your shots like the pros. You know exactly where you hit the ball. Have a beer, eat a sandwich, and relax. Over 50 grass spots and fully lit for nighttime. There are 18 holes of mini golf. It's fun for the whole family. Visit Vantage Point Golf Center. They've got it all. 1 mile west of Houston Levee.
AC trouble? Make your first call your last call. Call Air Doctors of Memphis, 901-598-HVAC. Owner Matt Davis is a third-generation full-service air conditioning specialist. Air Doctors of Memphis services all major brands, and labor and parts are guaranteed 100%. Their yearly AC checkup is only $60, and 24-hour emergency service is billed at normal rates. Your comfort is their highest priority. Contact airdoctorsofmemphis.com or call 901-598-HVAC. DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test-driven, checked out from head to toe, unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why.
What is up? What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour, and yeah, I'm really happy. You know why? It's Monday, baby. We starting the week off, man. You got me for 4 more days. You still got Wolo and Stats for 5 more days. Man, 4 more days of middays and all the experience in the morning. Don't admit like you don't know it. You don't know the truth. This is going to be a beautiful week, people. And I'm being dead serious when I say it's going to be a beautiful week. Football is getting oh so close. Baseball is oh so serious. No joke. It is a real deal. Holyfield mound out there. We also got hot takes galore because it's that time of the year where it's like in between, baseball's getting ready to amp up for the postseason, football's getting ready to kick out, and everybody's just talking smack all over the place. You got this whole Rich Paul rule thing going on. You got Brady talking about his helmet and how he's adjusting to his new helmet. You got Antonio Brown acting like a baby. You got all kinds of stuff going on, and guess what? I love every single second of it. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell you, I don't get to do all this without my good friend Chad Gatlin. Y'all know him very, very well. MemphisFarmers.com. That's MemphisFarmers.com. What do? Auto, home, and life. MemphisFarmers.com. They take care of everything. And you can give them a call at 901-235-1176. But let's do some studs and duds.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
By the way, this is also so funny. MLB released their 2020 schedule. Hey, are y'all exciting? March 26th is the opener. Dang, my April, dude. I need it in April, yo. March is for madness. April is my baseball, deadgummit. Don't be messing things. When y'all start blending everything, you know what y'all do? Y'all mess up my draft. Only thing that doesn't ever mess up my draft is Central Barbecue because it's simply delicious. I get the meat tray every single year I go to Central Barbecue for my draft. They absolutely love you. I got ribs, and I got shoulder, and I got smoked turkey, and I got everything. And guess what? All the guys that fly in all across the country, they love me. You can get a meat tray. It's the greatest thing you'll ever do. If you ever are hosting a draft or hosting a big old party, the meat tray will make you a hero. You can get them at all 4 great locations. Downtown, the original and Central. Don't forget my peeps over there on Summer. I love them. Then there's a brand new spanking bad boy right here on Poplar. You can't miss it. Central Barbecue. They're simply the best. And don't forget, CBQMemphis.com. Ship that barbecue. People will love you. I promise that. Now, I have to say one quick thing before I do anything and go to these duds. Should I pat myself on the back real quick? And you know what I'm patting myself? What for what? What do I got to tell you why I'm patting myself on the back?
Absolutely, you do.
His name is Jordan, and my name is.
How many pats on the back do you get for Jordan?
Okay, hold on.
I mean, is there like a limit to pats on the back?
No.
Okay.
Listen,
patting yourself on the back. Is there a limit to that?
Can I just tell you something? Everybody told me, especially on this text line, Pete Alonso, BS. They made even more fun than Jordan. Then Pete Alonso did great, and they were like, oh, you did a great job with Pete Alonso, but a horrible job with Jordan. Then when Jordan finally came out, what has Jordan done? Oh, just everything plus more than advertised. But did you not remember why I'm bringing him up? It was just August 10th. It was on a chilly day. No, it was a really hot day. And he decided, you know what, damn it? I'm playing these Yankees, and I don't like them. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit 3 home runs and have 7 RBI because I'm Jordan Alvarez. I mean, I'm playing Baltimore, and I hate Baltimore, and Baltimore stinks. Sorry. I was thinking about
so that's like another
Yankees
version of a stud.
Baltimore
That's another
today.
version of a stud right here, right?
No, this is what I'm saying. This is my last stud before I go to the duds.
I have a dud.
Jordan, by the way, since people don't know, I am going to tell you he is batting .353 with a .423 on base percentage, .423 on base percentage, and a .743 slugging. Okay, he has 17 home runs, 51 RBI. And can I ask you something? I read this weekend, and it said this, and I wanted you to read this. Okay, Gabe, it says he is now the clear front runner for the American League Rookie of the Year award, despite having not debuted until June 9th. Bam! If I hit both of these, I get to run around naked, and I get a raise.
This is your last pat on the back until it happens, though, okay?
Whatever.
So there's a limit to, like, self-pat on the backs.
Dude, but he hit 3 bombs the other day. You don't want to give him some credit on that awesomeness?
I mean, yeah, that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome, but you're giving yourself credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, I'm giving him some, too.
Okay, but I have a dud. I have a dud, and I don't like doing this with college athletes all the time.
Do
but
it.
Tate Martell, man.
Oh, no.
And you want to know why? Because he lost the starting job, even though he was the front runner, even though he went through the transfer portal, made a big deal out of it.
Yep.
He lost it to Jaron Williams, who's a freshman, may I say. A guy with way less experience. He lost it, so I'm going to give a dud to him, even though I don't like doing that to college athletes all the time. I really don't.
But you have to understand, Tate's the one who put himself out there. He's the guy who's always on social media. He transferred from Ohio State to Miami. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why you're giving him a dud. But can we also talk about another big dud? And let's just be honest. Who's the biggest dud right now in baseball? Oh, that's right, the Braves' damn bullpen. Like, seriously. I was fooled. I had the BS pulled over my eyes. I thought once they got Luke Jackson out of the back, it's going to be okay because Shane Green's going to come in and fix everything. Didn't you think so? Guess what? Shane, you stink, bro. I'm going to tell you something else. Luke, you still suck as well. By the way, Braves, your starting staff is doing great. Your guys are hitting bombs. But let's just be real. Shane Green, you, I can't believe, are still the closer. Do you know how many saves he's got since he's come over? 0. Do you know how many? 0. Same amount as me and Gabe. 0. That is pitiful. By the way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 runs. OMG. 5 runs in 5 innings. Congratulations, Shane. You are on par to just to burn down the entire house over at SunTrust Field down in Atlanta. Thanks a lot, buddy. Broken my heart. In all honesty, is there any bigger dud right now than the Atlanta bullpen?
Not
athletically.
No. I mean, just with how bad
there's
they've been.
a-holes out there.
With how bad they've been and how good the rest of the team is, they're the clear Achilles heel of that team.
Do you think Freddie Freeman
Big
and
dub.
Ronald and Ozzie and them every once in a while look at the bullpen and say, you know what? We're going to come out there one day and just kick your teeth in. You lose us so many dead-gum games. Don't worry, we ain't going to do that to you because we love you. We're coming back with a little straight no chaser on my favorite show in the world. Johnny Radio's Happy Hour, Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Frontier Western Store's world-famous boot showroom is waiting for you. With aisles and aisles of boots in one easy spot, you will find your next favorite pair at Frontier. Everyone loves Ariat boots, and Frontier has over 1,000 pair in that brand alone. Come grab a pair of rugged work boots like the Workhog, or discover an everyday classic in Ariat's Rambler. Tons of other brands as well: Rocky, Dan Post, Red Wing, Durango, Justin, Twisted X, and many more. Frontier constantly restocks and refreshes their lineup of boots, so you're certain to walk out of the store happy in your new comfortable footwear. They have a wide assortment of sizes available for men, women, and children. Work, dress, or play, Frontier's knowledgeable staff will cheerfully help you find the perfect fit. It's boots galore at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road, Olive Branch, or on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated, you know it, since 1967.
If you've always thought, hey, I'd look pretty good in a Lexus, well, guess what? Lexus thinks so, too. Lexus is offering you the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Great offers on all 2019 models and special lease options. Drive in luxury and confidence, knowing that every new Lexus comes with complimentary first and second maintenance services. Stop by Lexus of Memphis, 2600 Ridgeway, and put yourself in the driver's seat of an all-new 2019 flagship LS500. Hey, you look pretty good there. Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event at Lexus of Memphis. Experience amazing.
We should come to Sweetgrass for brunch every Sunday.
We do come to Sweetgrass for brunch every Sunday.
Right, well, we should keep doing this. These biscuits and gravy are the best I've ever had. I could have them for breakfast every day.
Look at these perfect poached eggs on top of crab cakes. Only a real chef would think of making this.
I'm almost to the point of making the turn. I've had everything on the Sweetgrass brunch menu, and I'm going to start back at the beginning.
It's important to have goals.
Why would we go anywhere else?
We don't go anywhere else. Last night you refilled everyone's water.
Well, I just wanted to make sure they knew we were part of the Sweetgrass family.
Gun enthusiasts in the Mid-South know all about guns and ammo at 3615 Summer and 577 Goodman Road, Suite 4 at the corner of Goodman and Elmore in South Haven, because they carry the largest selection of both guns and ammo in the area. They are authorized dealers of Colt, Benelli, CZ, Smith & Wesson, Glock, Ruger, Sig Sauer, Vergara, and a lot more. If you or someone you know is looking for something for self-defense, competition, hunting, or just something that goes boom, then get to Guns and Ammo, 3615 Summer in Memphis and 577 Goodman Road, Suite 4 at the corner of Goodman and Elmore in South Haven.
Looking good and feeling good? You've been to Roosters Men's Grooming, the all-American classic barbershop. Whether boy or man, sportster or professional, when service matters, Roosters is the choice for all gentlemen. Roosters Men's Grooming offers a full-service shave, precision haircuts, and more, all with top-of-the-line products and a truly professional atmosphere. They even remember your name and offer you a beer. When looking good and feeling good matters, relax and unwind at Roosters Men's Grooming, Paragon Place, 6300 Poplar.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
If you like pina coladas.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Check it out right here. Ladies and gentlemen. And now?
Now, the only man to ever win the World Series of Poker with a Scrabble board, Johnny Harden.
What is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome into little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. And I'm in a good mood, man. Had a great weekend. Thank you so much, Lester Hudson. Thank you all for letting me be a part of that. That was awesome. Doing some good stuff for some kids around this area. That was a lot of fun. Thanks, Carl. What's up, Carl? I'm going to miss Carl, man. This might be the last day I get to see him unless he just wants to come hang out with me some more. I think he's going to, though, because I think he's going to work down the street. Or down the hall is what we call it. Down the street. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world today. Welcome back into Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Y'all know me, your sports mixologist, John Harden. I got Gabe back from his vacation. Before we do anything, well, I might just ask him this later in case he puts it into his show. I don't want to steal anything from his little hour. So actually, you know what? I'm going to just shut up, sit here in the Family Leisure Studios where family and fun come together and sit back and relax and say, yo, I might sit here and text Chad because by the time you finish with your first, your first question, I could get if you go to memphisfarmers.com, literally in seconds, you can get a quote. Auto, home, business, life insurance. I told y'all, I'm not joking with you. I got a $250,000 life insurance for like $19 a month. For me, that's pretty daggum good. It ain't like I'm living solid. But anyway, there's so many things we need to do. Can we get to a little straight no chaser?
Of course we can. Of course we can. I've been waiting for it. Here we go. Ooh.
My moves are
Have you ever had a broken nose?
Man, of course, man. My wife broke my nose.
Whoa, really?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh,
By the way,
gosh.
just can I tell you
Is this
something?
a story time?
It is a little story time.
It?
I'll tell you, this is really funny, man. So, my wife, she can punch really, really well. But did you know if you rear back and they catch you perfectly in the nose and you've had your nose broken on like 4 separate occasions, it'll re-break really easy. And when your nose breaks, it's like Niagara Falls with blood.
Well, I mean, like, putting it together, like, I don't get how, like, putting it back together, it's very fragile.
You can tell nose.
The nose in general is fragile.
It's
even
like
if you haven't broken it's fragile.
You can push it all the way on this side, but you can't even push on this side because it's all now like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, this side I can't breathe out of. It's only the right side. But anyway, point is,
wild.
She's busted it many times, but I got to tell you why. So this was back in the day, but I'm going to tell you a little secret. Don't ever go to Peabody and I didn't do it. I was sitting there minding my own business, doing everything good, and I looked over and this girl just planted one on me. And I was like, whoa, girl, what you doing? I'm a married man. And I even said that. And then I got tapped on the shoulder and turned around, and I was like, hey, baby. And then she broke my nose right there at the Peabody. Can I tell you something? I got out of there so fast because the blood was just a-pouring, man.
That's rough,
I was
man.
so embarrassed.
Could you tell it was broken by look?
Oh, dude, yeah, you could tell.
Oh, so it was like,
I had a little
it was a different
action.
shape.
I was just a little crooked on the side. Yeah, I cracked it back.
So they does it hurt to put it back in place? How bad?
Nah.
No, it's not that bad. It
Not
feels
that
a little
bad.
better.
Actually, breaking your nose only really hurts the very beginning for some reason.
And do you? Okay, I'm gonna explain. Do you watch UFC?
No.
Okay, UFC Fight Night 156 was this weekend. Mike Perry was fighting Vicente Luque. And, John, when I say this nose was the worst I've ever seen, it literally was shaped like a Z with how bad. It wasn't even bleeding. It was
Have you
that
ever
broken.
seen a person's nose cauliflower?
No.
Oh, that's the grossest you'll ever see.
Well, I thought that was ears, the cauliflower.
Oh, no.
A
I'm
nose
talking
can do
about
that?
a nose splitting open, like it open. You've never seen a nose split open?
No.
Oh, man. I was
No, but
watching. Rest in peace, Josh.
Go on that computer
man,
right
he
now. You
split
need
this
to look
dude's
up.
Nose wide open.
You need to look up Mike Perry.
I threw up.
You need to look up Mike Perry right now on that computer you got and look at this nose. It broke in 2 different places and was shaped like a Z. It literally...
I'm going to look at this up, but I have a weak stomach. I should wait till after the show.
Maybe.
Because I don't want to make y'all sick either, but I have a very weak stomach. Like,
hey, man, if the camera caught you throwing up, that would go viral. I would record that and put that
Dude,
all over my Twitter.
I have a very weak stomach, yo.
Okay, well, I guess I'll move on. Do you understand, so the NBA, how they sort of have redone their rules around players entering
what was
the draft?
the question in that? I didn't see the
No,
cauliflower.
It's just the nose.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
just, wow.
You have to, that's what I was saying.
I got to see this?
It's
Okay,
wild.
I will.
It's wild.
All right,
But,
next,
okay,
I'm
do
sorry.
you understand the NBA's rules for becoming a professional? Like, they obviously have changed it over the years about getting an agent, how you can declare. Do you understand them all? Do you?
Absolutely not.
So what is your thought? Like, I mean, if you're an underclassman and you're gonna go, or if you're a sophomore and you're gonna test the draft waters, do you know what would happen? Well, how you would have to go about that?
I would, I would go to the compliance department, the university, and I would ask them if they could help walk me through this because I want to make sure that I don't want to damage my, college and my institution or my career, but I also want to find out where I am in the draft status because they have opened it up. But I am going to work hand in hand with the compliance department over at the athletic department. I'm gonna promise you that.
But even then, I feel like there's so much confusion, right? Because if you're a guy that can come back and you still have eligibility.
If I'm with them and they mess me up, then damn it, I'm gonna put it on them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So the reason I bring this up, do you need a chaser?
I need a chaser
Yoli
so bad
Childs.
it's not even funny.
Yoli Childs, he is a all West Coast Conference player from the BYU Cougars. And he had a situation where he's going to get suspended 9 games because he didn't follow full-on compliance when it came down to hiring an agent before the draft. Apparently, he hired an agent without filing the proper paperwork, okay? Which I don't really get how this whole thing works, but it just sort of seems like suspending a kid for a new policy that is not really set in stone and understood at this point seems a little overkill to me. I just don't
Kinda
understand.
Jerkish, you could basically
Yeah,
say.
I just don't understand. If you don't understand the rule fully, then how are you supposed to comply by it?
If the compliance department didn't get it and he doesn't get it and you really don't know it, then you know what? A lot of people aren't going to get it. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. I don't know how you suspend somebody who's trying to do the right thing.
And here's the thing. Childs came out and said this. He said there's never going to be a situation like this in the future because the way these rules were changed, they were only changed for this year, for 2019. So there are certain. He goes on.
So you mean it's not in 2020 and 2021 and all this
No,
stuff? It's not even going to be.
It's not brand. It's literally a 1-year policy that is just very misunderstood and no one gets it. He's still getting suspended.
So I was going to say it's 1 year he basically gets screwed.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if people realize this. There aren't like 9 games in a basketball season.
It's not
is
the
a
worst.
lot actually.
But
though.
it's not the worst.
It ain't like you're good. You have to make it all the way to the dead gum Sweet 16 Final Four action if you want to get in a 40 basketball game area. You know what I'm saying? That's a fourth of your season.
Yeah, and he's going to miss the Maui Invitational. He's going to miss all the fun stuff at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And for a policy that is not even going to be a policy next year. It's literally a 1-year deal.
Oh, I'd be ticked off.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie
agree.
to you.
It's rough. I try to, I guess he didn't follow full-on policy, but when you don't know what the policy is, it's kind of hard to follow policy.
And just like they said, there was so much that was going on. Oh, God, get to the next one. This one just makes me so mad.
And the thing that makes me mad, Carl just says he would fight it, but with the NCAA, fighting
can't
it never
fight
ends
it.
up
It,
right.
It only hurts you. And by the way, this is the other thing. This is his senior year. That's another reason I'm so ticked off, because it ain't like, at least they're doing it with his junior year. He's got all the next year. No, man, this is his senior damn year. It's not good as his junior year. It's not good as his sophomore. It's not good as his freshman. But when you do this to a senior, this is just where I just say 2 fingers in the air and I just don't care.
Now, I love this question, and I love where this is going to go. You're going to love this whole story. But you were a quarterback, right? You used to be a quarterback. What were some of the biggest challenges about being a quarterback? What were some of them? I want to hear. I know it's a corny question, John. I know.
My first answer was going to be a total joke, and then I just realized if I would have said that, how bad that would have been. But I would tell you during the break because that would have been funny. The biggest challenge is playing quarterback. Golly, are you kidding me? By far was the reading defenses. That's the hardest thing that a quarterback does, making sure that you get the pre-snap read and they don't trick you in the pre-snap read. And then you go back and you look back and that safety wasn't tricking you and they aren't. You think they're running, cover 4 and they're actually running cover 3.
Were y'all a under center or a shotgun team?
Oh, we did bet both.
But y'all were mostly under center at that point, probably, right? No?
We did both.
So
just
you
back
had a
and
little.
forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like you played a little more old school ball back in the day. You probably handed it off a little bit too.
I handed it off a lot, but we, ran option I was very fortunate that we actually did throw the ball, so I was very happy. If I didn't.
How many yards? How many yards did you throw for?
The best.
Most in a game.
The most in a game. I think it was like 385 against Collierville on 3 touchdowns, baby.
Nice.
Yeah,
no
that was
picks?
my best
No
game
picks?
ever. None. No. But I did. I would
it.
have to say, Red Devils. They intercepted me a lot one day, and we just will leave it at that. Germantown.
You're never gonna forget about it, huh?
I'll never forget that. They beat my brains in. That was rough, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, it always is rough when you have a bad game like that.
Oh, it was embarrassing.
Never forget about it.
Especially, it goes against
you.
you when you throw 2 Hail Marys at the end of the first half, and then also one at the end of the game, and they're both picked off. That stinks when it looks like
because you have no.
You're like, okay,
your stat line looks bad.
I was gonna say, yeah, I went from an interception to 3. That hurts. But anyway, next.
So you want to know where I'm going with this?
I honestly, can I tell you something? I have no idea where the hell you're going with this. I think you just like to make fun of me.
No, I was just, I brought up the snap thing if you took a bunch of snaps under center because...
Oh, I had my hand, you talking about like my hand on the center's butt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that many
so,
days.
Kirk Cousins has a comment about his new center, Garrett Bradbury.
Does Garrett like to be one of those
round?
jerks that doesn't wear his cup to practice? Because I'll tell you one thing, that is not cool. But I will tell you, quarterbacks, you can fix that really easily.
Hey, I'm not going to lie, John. I don't think any center in the league wears a cup.
Can I just tell you something?
Truthfully.
Wear your girdle then, buddy.
Oh, wear a girdle. Good God.
Don't ever come out to practice.
You're telling me someone came out there with just shorts
One
on.
day I got a dude when I went out to practice, and he literally was
I would fight him.
I was about, dude, no, I got him. Trust me. He
little
wanted
goose,
to fight
little
me
goose action?
after he couldn't get up and threw up about 6 times. I was like,
I
yeah, I
you
got
didn't have
him.
to do him like that, but
Dude, you don't have to. You ain't resting that on my knuckles, buddy.
well, you ain't resting that on my knuckles. Okay, but Kirk Cousins says his center, Garrett Bradbury, has too much quote unquote posterior sweating. He has swamp butt.
So
okay?
he's got swamp butt.
So Kirk says it's a problem, and it's making it harder for him to take snaps under center. And when they asked him about it after practice, which I don't even know, they really
How do
did
you
it.
approach this? Okay,
They asked him
hold
about
on.
it. How would
Time
you
out.
ask this question?
Can I just tell you something that I would do? Honestly, if I was the reporter, just to make things really nice and funny, I'd walk up to the dude and go, "So, I hear you have swamp butt. Tell me about it. Does your wife have a problem with it? Because I know your
but
quarterback does."
this question was for Kirk Cousins.
Oh, they asked Kurt?
Yeah.
What are they going to ask him? How did they find out without Kurt?
I have no idea. They must have just heard him during practice, get mad about it, or fumble a snap and blame it on his
Come on, Kirk.
posterior sweating. But Kirk Cousins had to say this. He said, "I haven't talked to our scouting department about that, but I want to look at him and say, you know, that's one thing we probably didn't get measurements on in the pre-draft process.
Swamp butt. You know what? This is it's not in the Olympics yet, but one day, who knows? Swamp butt. He might be the original swamp butt.
So yeah, Garrett
By
Bradbury.
the way, I do have to be honest with you on this. Like, if you are funky nasty, you can't play center. Like,
the nastiest dudes on the field play center. Let's be real.
Most of the time, it did seem like that, yes. And that's one thing that we would always have a problem with. Luckily, I had a very nice center who is a doctor now. Thank you, Mr. Huff. Who actually, my couple last 2 years was very, very clean. For that, that's
so never had swamp butt.
He wasn't he wasn't bad on the swamp butt.
But I mean, down here, when you're talking about like the southeast, the south, like it's too hot.
I had a backup
I feel like
center
these
that
300
had swamp butt so bad.
These 300-pounders got swamp butt. It's just gonna happen,
dude. I can't even believe you brought that up because now I just want to be honest with you. You just took me back to a place I forgot. Like all you think about is like the nostalgia, the mystique, the wonders, the great. Dude, I remember now walking into the locker room after practice and wanting to vomit. Every single year when they would open up the locker room for spring practice for the very first time of the year, literally, you would throw up. You couldn't help it. It was the grossest thing in the history of the world. Sorry about that. But football is nasty. But I love the game.
That's why I think they're moving to a lot of shotgun, a lot of spread stuff.
I'm so proud of LSU for doing what they're doing, man. The guys can take the naps. It's going to keep that place smelling good. Men are going to live well. I'm telling you, LSU's going to get wins out of that.
Man, I guarantee they have a center with swamp butt, though.
Yeah, but I guarantee
it's unavoidable.
I guarantee you they're going to fix it, though, because they're LSU. Don't play no games. In fact, you know what? I bet they're probably going to hire a coach who's one job. What do you do for a living? Did you heard what's his name?
I dry up swamp butt.
They have a coach that gets paid like $500,000 to schedule 3 games or something. Good gig, huh? They're gonna hire a guy, pay him $300,000. What do you do for a living? I coordinate swamp butt.
I'm a dryer.
Okay.
I'm a dryer.
Yeah, I'm the dryer. I make sure that we don't have an issue with swamp butt on this team. What a job. What a job.
I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't
either, but you know what? If it's at LSU, it probably pays really well. You might actually look at the pay and then say, might take it. Was that all the questions you had for me?
Yep, that's all we got. I had to end it on the swamp.
I was going to say hallelujah because that was dangerous. Like, we've been talking some funny stuff. But I do have to ask you, as you were gone, you did get to go out there, out in that beautiful part of the country, out in San Diego.
And I have to say, I've been to AT&T Park in San Fran. And
you know where I'm going.
And most people agree that is the best park in the country.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. I mean, you can't beat it right on the bay. I mean, it's incredible. But I have to go with Petco, and I've been to both. Petco Park is one of the nicest stadiums I have ever been to, and it's honestly by a lot, too.
It is unbelievably nice, but I want to ask you this because you got to go and you sent me a great video, and I haven't talked about it since you've been gone because I hate just constantly regurgitating stuff, yada, yada, yada. Last week we talked about all this and all that and blah, 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 blah. But listen, y'all saw the other lady get tattooed with the baseball, right? About a week ago. They kind of started talking about it. You had Jessica Mendoza. She did a whole thing about, people getting...
She got in an accident. She wasn't even part of the crew last night. Did you see that?
What?
Yeah, she got in an accident, got rear-ended before the game and couldn't make it to the game.
No, I didn't know that.
Yep. So, a little interesting.
That is
little
kind
sidebar.
of like somebody hit her on the way there. Like, how would you like to be the idiot? So, what'd you do? Man, can you believe this? I got in a car accident and I called Jessica Mendoza to miss her game. Yeah, my insurance company's going to hate me.
And she's probably got a nice car. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, man. From the amount of work, she's going to miss work, car. Oh, it's going to be a bad day for them and that insurance company. But anyway, God, how did I get there? What were we doing?
The netting and everything.
So you sent me a beautiful picture, and it's out there at Petco. And they had the netting extended. And I asked you, do you like it? Do you hate it? Is it bothering your fan experience? And your exact words were? You already answered. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Absolutely not. The net has it does not obstruct the view at all.
Were y'all able to catch foul balls?
I saw a dude over my head catch one. Luckily, it was a screamer.
And it was
he
a
caught
screamer,
it.
by the way. But by the way, they have it low on the outside, and
it lowers.
and it goes up, and that's what I'm saying. It's
as it goes to the end.
It's just to save the people who are in the danger zone, folks. This isn't to mess up your experience. I'm telling you, it's not bad. They're not doing it in the outfield like people are saying. If they actually put netting as high as the foul poles all the way around the baseball field, yes, I would agree with you, Twitter nut. I would say baseball has lost his mind. That would be overkill. But I haven't seen a baseball team mention that's what they're going to do. Like, so just chillax. The experience is awesome. And do me a favor, get your butt out to a baseball park and enjoy it.
I will say,
Yankees are up 8-3, by the way.
Anybody arguing that nets are obstructing their view are lying, because it's a net. You can see right through it. I think that's the stupidest
argument
ever.
By the way, the most expensive seats in the entire stadium are right behind home plate, right behind what?
A net.
Oh, hold
Isn't
on.
that crazy? Isn't that crazy how that works?
That is insanity, man.
No way.
How do those rich people see with that netting there, man?
But, okay, let me say this. They extended it, and I appreciate the effort, but they didn't extend it enough.
Oh, hold up, time out. See, there's a guy, I can't believe I'm hearing this. There's a fan who's actually calling for more netting?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Because there was a screamer that could have hurt somebody at the game that I saw, and it luckily got caught.
Did not expect to hear that from you today.
Caught.
Did not expect that. But that
they
just
didn't
shows
extend it enough.
What I'm trying to say is they are trying to do the right thing, but what it sounds like from to you is that the experience was basically it wasn't even nominal. Like, you couldn't tell the difference with the netting. It didn't.
It was a tiny difference. I didn't see any ball hit the netting.
It didn't sit there and go. You didn't sit there and be like, man, I can't believe I came to this game when I could have watched it on TV because of this damn netting.
No,
like that never happened.
That never went through my mind.
Like,
not
wow,
not
look
once.
at this stupid netting.
I can't even see it. I can't even see the game.
Netting.
No, but I do think they need to extend it a little more.
Interesting.
It's not where I think where the walls come back into the field.
And
that's
by the
where
way,
they
could
need
you
to
do me a
extend it to.
favor? This is kind of something rude to ask you. I would love for you to tweet out the video that you sent to me.
Absolutely.
Just because I
I'll go
don't
for
think people understand necessarily what we're talking about. And I know that in people's mind, they realistically, when you say foul pole to foul pole, they think that it's on the top of the foul pole. No, the bottom of the foul pole is just kind of holding the net, and then it goes up 3 feet, and then it goes like 20 feet down, and then it goes up another 5 feet, and then it goes another 20 feet down, and there's another 5. You know what I mean? It's staggered, and it's not taking away pop flies or foul balls or things of that nature. Again, you can go to the ballpark and guess what? Have a deadgum good old time. Baseball, baby. Baseball is a lot of fun. In fact, head on down to AutoZone. You'll have a lot of fun down there, too. Watch soccer, watch baseball, watch whatever. It's always a great time. But anyway, I got to get back to what I was talking about, and I got to take a quick time out. But before I do, I got to remind you that well, go ahead.
I just tweeted it out.
Tell people where it's at.
_Kuhn, KUHN 71. And I give you a question. Too much or not enough netting? And you will see it all. I put it all in the video and show you how far it goes down the line. Just let me know.
Let people know, yeah. Check that out. Say that Twitter handle one more time.
G_Kuhn, that's G_KUHN 71.
Go to that bad boy, vote. I'll retweet that bad boy as well, and so will the Sports 56 mobile app. Y'all vote and tell us what you think. And also hit us up at the First Bank text line at 67129. You know we're always here for you to rock and fire. And my favorite segment of the entire day is coming up next. Just kind of like my favorite person, 901-406-1101. My buddy Bill at I Buy What? I buy them houses, baby. He buys how many? All of them. Any of them. Where they at? Who cares? He'll buy it. Remember, it's like this. You're a busy person in this world. You got a lot on your plate. If you just put 901-406-1101 in your phone and you put Bill I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101, that's 901-406-1101, that means whenever it's time for you to sell your house, whether you're just climbing that mountain and moving up on top of this world because you want to get a newer, bigger, better, badder model, or because you have the bank calling and it's time to dead gum, you're in that valley and you got to get back on top and then peaks. Do me the favor, 901-406-1101. You call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. You'll love me for it. I promise you. I promise you will. Now, we're coming back to do my favorite segment in the whole wide world. That's called Hardwood. I'm going to make fun of the NBA and Rachel Nichols and the whole Adam Silver and Disney and all this fact that, oh my goodness, they're releasing some stuff on the NBA. Guess what? Who cares? MLB is also releasing their 20 schedule with the March 26th opener, which is way too early in my opinion. Baseball season is so long, people. It's like baseball is so long that you know what people are saying? Well, put it this way. John Holmes is saying it's too long. That's when you know it's too long. Whatever y'all do, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Sports Time with Rollo and Stacks. Every weekday afternoon from 3 till 6. Right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
If you're going on vacation, making a college campus visit, or if business takes you out of town, there's just no better place to board your dog than Barks and Recreation, 965 Reddick Cove between Bud Davis Cadillac and the Blue Plate Cafe in East Memphis. Boarding, daycare, grooming, we have the best of everything at Barks. Indoor-outdoor kennels so your family member can go in and out as they please. Indoor and outdoor play areas. 4 walks a day. Group play and individual attention from the best staff in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say Barks.
Hi, this is Troy Five Ash, owner of Five Ash Roofing. If you're in need of a roof, there's no better place to start than Five Ash Roofing. No matter what your situation is, we have you covered. We can walk you through the insurance process without committing fraud like many of my competitors. You'd be surprised how many times salesmen and contractors will manufacture storm damage just so they can get a sale. We do residential, multifamily, and commercial work. We're certified in every form of roofing we offer. Our labor warranties are for the life of the shingle, and we don't charge extra for that. And to my knowledge, there's no other roofing company in Memphis offering that level of security. And if that's not enough, we offer a best price guarantee. We are the official roofer of the University of Memphis Athletic Department and a proud member of the Tigers home team. Five Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test driven, checked out from head to toe, unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
Upgrade your commute at Acura of Memphis. Seize the thrill and test drive one of our award-winning models, each packed with cutting-edge technology, luxurious amenities, and a driving experience that's sure to awaken your inner self. Driving shouldn't be a chore, it should be an adventure. Advance your drive today, shop our aggressive lease and finance options now. Luxury is waiting at Acura of Memphis, or shop online 24/7. Visit AcuraofMemphis.com.
Listen up, Rebel fans. You can now listen to Rebel Yell Hotline on 87.7 FM or on the web each and every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. If you can't listen to 87.7 FM, Sports 56 has made it possible to listen online each and every week. All you have to do is go to sports56whbq.com and click on the Rebel Yell Hotline banner to listen. That's Rebel Yell Hotline each and every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on 87.7 FM or on the web at sports56whbq.com.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Now, back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Here we go. On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Desert sand. Man, I'm going to give me a woolly mammoth, dude. I'm going to name it Brittany Griner because of its aggression. Because Brittany Griner will bust your head. Welcome back into Little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour, where we like to talk about nothing but sports. And we like to be very serious around here and talk about all the stuff that's going on in the world. No, we've been having a beautiful day. And I'm going to tell you something. Do y'all realize that 25 years ago today, all major league games were canceled?
Do you realize today is World Elephant Day? And you know why I bring this up? Is because you're a big woolly mammoth guy. And
I'm going to get a mammoth.
Closest remaining ancestor to the woolly mammoth.
Dude, do you know that there's an elephant out there? I don't know whose name. We should call it Simba. And the elephant is going to give birth.
Okay. Whoa. Why we got to call it Simba?
Isn't that in Simba and the Lion King?
Yeah,
I love that movie.
That's the baby. You know what I mean? Lion, like.
I know, but didn't they hold up Simba and it was great?
Yeah, but you ain't holding up no baby elephant. I'll tell you that much.
Dude, we are going to hold up a woolly mammoth. I mean, when it's a baby, and like probably a lot of people with me, like maybe you and Obina, Ezzy can do it, and Scotty.
He can do it by himself, man. I look like a little child next to him.
Oh, that's so funny, man. Yeah, dude, we were out at practice, and by the way, when we were out at practice last week, didn't talk much, man. JoJo, though, standing up on defense down at the end, looking pretty good.
Got some defensive stuff working. I like what Adam Fuller's got going early in camp.
I do too. I like exactly, and also Silverfield has got that offensive line. Just like, I know we talk about all the starts they lost, but he has size, strength, and he has them doing the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? Doing the right stuff. Do you like that? The right stuff. You know what the right stuff is right now? My favorite part of the show. We're about to take you to Hardwood, but before I do, I got to remind you one thing. MemphisFarmers.com and Chad Gatlin. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Oh, my goodness. He's been gone for a week. I've missed him, so guess what I'm going to do? Ladies first. I mean...
How are you going to change that around?
I'm trying to figure
I ain't going first right now.
Youth before beauty. There it is. Youth before beauty. There
okay.
It is. You still
wow.
didn't even
All
get
right.
that.
All right. This guy right here. So I found this story, and I found this very, very ridiculous and interesting. There was this woman named Jamie Bisello, all right, and she was participating in a salmon fishing derby in Fox Island, Washington, okay? And she saw an octopus.
Oh, my gosh, the octopus
Did you
face
see this?
girl.
And
Please,
she decides to put it on her face and take a picture.
Sick woman.
But you know what happened, John?
Well, can I just tell you all, for all you people, for some reason I thought this was common knowledge. And this is what me and my girlfriend had a fight about.
Octopus, they can bite you.
Dude, I thought it was common knowledge, and I don't live by the water.
They're dangerous. They can hurt you.
How do you think they crack open shells and eat things like that? Because they have these beaks that can bust your face. Plus, they have poison in them and stuff that incapacitates. Like, dude, did my man get killed?
No. It's a woman. But you would think that if you're out there salmon fishing,
no, but I watched
you
the
know
Crocodile Hunter. I'm saying, did a lot of people miss this or something?
I don't think they did. And you would think if you're out salmon fishing,
you would know better.
And you know the wildlife out there, you would know that they could do that.
Weren't they at Puget Sound out in Washington?
It might have been they have a bunch of sounds up there, man. They have a lot of inlets. But I think that's what you call those, right?
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, she puts this thing on her face, takes a picture, and it turns out the thing bit her. And she got a serious infection that put her in the hospital, and she had to come out. She ended up getting out. She's fine and all. But still, I mean,
2
this
months,
seems like
2 months she's been in pain.
This seems like the easiest lesson. Like, it shouldn't have been a lesson. You should know that off top. You don't just put a octopus on your face.
And by the way, this is not a joke. Like the doctor said, did you see it? Because how lucky she was that the octopus bit her chin and not her mouth. And if it would have wrapped its things around her face and got its tentacles around her head, she could have died. He could have eaten her face off.
Easily.
Like if it didn't get her
apparently
chin.
The beak got stuck in there and they couldn't
got
get it out.
chin. Well, it got stuck in her chin, the bone.
They got the picture though.
Oh yeah, they won that. By the way, they did win the.
Did they?
They won the picture for the rodeo derby. So yes, they got a whole $500 for 2 months of pain.
All right, now ladies second.
No, it's beauty now. Remember?
No, it's ladies second. You already went
beauty. Hey, this is so interesting though, since we're doing beauty and ladies and all this stuff, and it kind of goes very, 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 very well because I wanted to bring up Brittany Griner. I wanted to bring up something that I don't like to step in. I don't like to step in a whole big old load of mess. I don't. But you know what? My man Carl, by the way, who I want to talk to today. Carl, I would like you to step to the microphone. Mr. Carl, by the way, who did a great job this weekend. And by the way, I found out you are related to Lester. I didn't know that was the real deal, Holyfield.
Yes.
So Lester's your what, cousin?
Yes.
Now, Carl's been working with me all summer long. He was with me donating backpacks. We did a whole lot of stuff. But I wanted to ask Carl, did you watch the Brittany Griner video?
I actually just seen the video of it.
So, because I'm the one who told you to watch it, I'm not saying that Brittany Griner necessarily did anything wrong. I'm not necessarily saying Brittany Griner's crazy or anything. I am trying to say I want people out there who sit there and say that sexism isn't real, there's not two sides to any situation, that blah, blah, blah. Again, I've been saying this since the beginning. Common sense should be a lot more common, and every situation should be subjective. And I want to use Brittany Griner as an example of that, because I want to ask you, Carl, as Brittany Griner, who did get suspended by the WNBA, but everywhere you go on Twitter, she's being hailed as what?
I mean...
a hero.
I haven't seen it, but it shocks me that lady would have had it in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
I would have seen it all on SportsCenter, everywhere. I would have came into the station talking to you about it.
You would have been talking about it with me. And if it was a male, though, this is what I'm trying to say. If it was not Brittany Griner, and let's say it was pick Draymond Green.
Or Russell
Westbrook. Pick, literally, somebody who has a little bit of edge to them in the National Basketball Association. Heck, back in the day, Ron Artest or if Dennis Rodman would have done this. Oh, my goodness.
How long is a suspension?
Oh, man, actually, that's a good question. I should look that up because it actually just came down. But the whole point is what I'm trying to say is I am never, ever, 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 ever going to sit here and just, lay it to you straight. And I was trying to lay it to you straight last week about how great of a quarterback's coach I think Doug Peterson is for the Philadelphia Eagles. It got people so ticked off, I didn't even realize they wouldn't even listen to me talk about Doug Peterson. They only heard one name, and they thought I was crazy. But again, I want to ask you, am I really crazy? Or is there somewhat a yeah, there's a big discrepancy in pay for the WNBA and the NBA, but also how we look at the athletes. And when we see a woman who stands up for herself and a woman who goes out there and wants to fight, we all of a sudden start saying, "You go, girl. You're a bad girl. Stand up for yourself."
From the looks of that video, I'm glad they grabbed her before she got hold of the other.
I am too, because she was gonna whip that girl's, you know what, wasn't she? She was ready to roll. She was ticked.
It was scary,
dude.
The other player was like fearing for her life.
Yeah, she would. And Griner though, she went out and by the way, this is the other thing. Guess who caught Griner? The referee.
The ref.
And she actually swung and did kind of hit the ref, did she not? Now, the ref is a man. I don't think she hurt the ref. I'm not trying to say anything sexist. But I am being sexist. I'm just saying, if Russell Westbrook would have swung, and even if he wasn't swinging at the ref, would have mistakenly hit the ref,
we were talking about suspension for the
remainder of the season, man. We'd be talking like that. That's what all I'm trying to say is, please wake up and don't tell me I'm full of S. When you can sit there yourself, and this is being literally washed under the rugs. The only play, you don't see it on ESPN, you don't see it on FS1. Like, they've shown like 26 seconds of it. Have you watched the whole thing from the first time she gets hit to where she runs down to when they finally get things going to the interview? Listen, again, I am not saying Brittany Griner did anything wrong. I am saying this. That's for y'all to decide if you think Brittany Griner did anything wrong. I'm just asking the question. Take out Brittany Griner and insert Draymond Green. Insert Russell Westbrook. Insert LeBron James. Could you imagine if LeBron James acted like that? People would lose their mind. LeBron James has never made a misstep, hardly. Heck, LeBron James raised money for charity and got killed for his decision to go to Miami. If LeBron James chased another human being down like this and was this angry, they would have said he had lost his mind. Look at him. He's out of control. And that was the other thing. This is what we hear about men.
They went crazy about him having fun at his son's basketball game.
And having fun.
Yeah.
This is what ticks me off. When men do something, if they get mad, men are out of control. They're crazy. Look at this crazy, aggressive behavior. They weren't raised right. There's all these things associated with a man when he loses his temper. But when a woman loses her temper on national television, she is literally glorified as, yeah, you go, girl. And all I'm trying to say is, again, I'm not saying anything against Brittany Griner.
Did this fight happen last night?
No, it happened the other day.
The suspension has still not been said.
Oh, no, it's coming. It has. I think she got 6 games. Or, hold on. Or 6 players. Google it, because 6 of the players.
Me and Gabe looked it up, and the suspension has not been settled yet. Like, they
haven't
said
really?
It, yeah. But in the NBA, you know how long you're suspended the next day.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, I guess they probably weren't expecting women to be fighting. But anyway, it just, the whole thing for me, again, I'm going to jump off of this subject. I just wanted to point out, a lot of y'all sit there and try to tell me, anyway, I don't even care what y'all said. I just pointed out the facts. Y'all sit there and here they are. Y'all tell me if y'all agree with me or disagree with me, believe in me, tell me I'm completely crazy, sexist, whatever. All I'm trying to say is, go Brittany, go. But imagine if Brittany was a man. It would have been like, dude, we'd be talking to her like she's Floyd Mayweather, wouldn't we?
Most definitely.
We'd be like, look how she's lost her mind. She's like Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor. Oh my goodness, she's got a wee pot of gold under the rainbow.
But the punches she was throwing, like, I'm kind of glad they did not land.
No. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't want her punching me.
No, like, I didn't understand how small the ref was compared to her as he was trying to break up the fight.
Oh my goodness, I got to say this person's name, Everson Griffin. Brittany Griner would chase Everson Griffin. You know why?
Why?
Because Kirk Cousins, the one who said Everson Griffin has the ultimate swamp butt. The things you learn here on Hardwood. Yep, Everson Griffin. Oh, man. Yeah, he's the one who said, yeah, dude. Is it Everson Griffin? Oh, no, he's saying he's the one who's having to deal with the swamp butt. Oh, that's so sad. And it's Garrett Bradbury. Oh, sorry. Everson's the one who's called it out. I was wondering why their linebacker and defensive player was over there doing center situation. But that's too funny. I was like, was the defensive end playing center? Maybe not. But, dude, yeah, that is too funny. Everson Griffin, and I just saw this now. Thank you so much. Only without my man Gabe being here, I would have never had this story, and I need to take a break. But, yes, it wasn't even Kirk Cousins. Did you know that? Did you know, Gabe, that it wasn't Kirk Cousins who tried to come to Kirk Cousins' rush use? Like, Kirk was dealing with it, they said. But they said, Kirk, listen to this. Everson said, bro, I threw up in the parking lot. I threw up driving to work thinking about it. I've thrown up so much lately, all because of Garrett Bradbury's swamp butt. Are you kidding me, Everson? That's taking up for your quarterback right there. That's also throwing your center like under the bus, buddy. Garrett Bradbury is now going to be known forever. Like, how can you get a date? Like, he'll never get... Is it swipe right or swipe left?
Garrett Swamp Butt Bradbury at this point, right?
Garrett Swamp Butt Bradbury. Hey, I just want you to know, ladies, Everson Griffin said I had the stinkiest butt on planet Earth. You know what? The thing that's crazy about this world is he'll probably have like 20,000 people hitting him up.
Best pickup line.
What a pickup line. Hey, we'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Thanks for listening. I love all of y'all on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 FM.
Search Sports 56 on Facebook and give us a like. And follow us on Twitter at Sports 56 WHBQ.
Are you looking for a high-quality, family-oriented country club experience? Then look no further than Windike Country Club. As a member, you have access to the men's and ladies and junior golf programs, the best par 3 in the Southeast, and 2 18-hole golf courses that you're going to absolutely love. Windike is also a great place for weddings and wedding receptions. Keep it in mind. For more details on how to become a member, call them today at 754-1888 or email membership@windike.com.
It's all about the fun, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Spencer here with ATC Fitness. We have exciting news. All premium members of ATC Fitness now have access to our newly added Hydro Massage Lounges. That's right, for only $25 a month, you'll have access to all 18 state-of-the-art facilities, access to tanning, and now access to the best massage unit on the market. Come in today and relax with a free demo. You deserve it. Don't forget, you can also sign up online. ATCFitness.com. ATC Fitness, exercise your right to look good.
And now, the worst commercial ever.
Say, Jan, as a fellow respected small business professional, I wonder, who do you use for commercial auto and business insurance?
Progressive, of course. They helped with a customized insurance solution for my busy florist company.
I'm so glad we had this chance encounter in this busy restaurant.
Yes, that fake conversation was brutal. Whereas commercial auto and business insurance through Progressive is anything but. Visit ProgressiveCommercial.com to quote today. Insurance provided and serviced by Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. It's affiliated and third-party insurers.
The NFL's best square off in the Ultimate Football Showdown. We'll be challenging the skills of these Pro Bowl All-Stars in competitions ranging from precision passing, best hands, gridiron gauntlet, the all-new 40-yard splash, to, yes, even dodgeball, because every quarterback who's been hit by a defensive lineman deserves a chance to settle the score. It's All-Stars at play at the 2019 Pro Bowl Skills Showdown, Thursday, January 24th, 9 p.m. on ESPN and Disney XD.
AC trouble? Make your first call your last call. Call Air Doctors of Memphis, 901-598-HVAC. Owner Matt Davis is a third-generation full-service air conditioning specialist. Air Doctors of Memphis services all major brands, and labor and parts are guaranteed 100%. Their yearly AC checkup is only $60, and 24-hour emergency service is billed at normal rates. Your comfort is their highest priority. Contact airdoctorsofmemphis.com or call 901-598-HVAC.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here. Kick it.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Gold and shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. You know you bound to wind up dead. You don't head back to Tennessee jail.
What is up? What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I hope y'all had a good day. I appreciate y'all giving me y'all's time. I've enjoyed myself. I hope y'all been listening all day long, from the experience with CJ and Peter, Greg and Eli in middays. And again, I'm telling you, man, I listen to Greg and Eli in the afternoon, and I used to disagree with everything they said. Now I'm getting old, and it's like that Dead Gum commercial. I'm turning into my midday parents. But and then don't forget, coming up next, we got Wolo, we got Brett. It's going to be a great great ride in next 3 hours. But I'm not done yet, and I'm going to tell you right now, I got a game for you, and I've kind of already let it out of the bag. I've already told you. I want y'all to know. I'm just going to tell you straight up what I did. I parlayed the Yankees today, man. Took the Yankees, man, and I couldn't take them straight up. I was laying 370. That'd be stupid. But you know what? If you parlayed them with the Indians at even money, little difference now. Because if you risk $2, that would win you. Oh yeah, almost 6, just a little under. So yeah, that's not a bad one, especially when I think the Yankees are looking good. I haven't looked because I didn't want to during my show. Can you go ahead now that it's close to the end of the show? Can you tell me if the Yankees are winning?
8-5 into the 8th.
Dead gummit, it's a little closer than I wanted. But the Yankees are up by 3. They got Chapman still. It is, Baltimore. Ugh. Come on, man. Score in the bottom of the 8th, New York. Beat them up in the top of the 9th. In that bad boy. I don't want y'all to bat in the bottom of the 9th. I just want y'all to win this bad boy. Now, I have to say, I haven't talked much about it. I've kind of been waiting for Gabe Kuhn. I have done a lot of work in the looks of it. I've done some work in the readings of it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's this kind of undercurrent and now above current. All these people talking. Now there's, quote, this rule. You know what I'm talking about, I hope, if you've been paying attention to basketball. It's called the Rich Paul rule. There's been a whole lot of blowback from certain things. I listen to right here on these very stations when we're off air. Fox Sports comes on right after us. You have Chris Broussard and the Odd Couple. They were talking about it. I thought they had some very, very interesting takes on it. I'm going to do a little extra work on it. I do understand the whole situation, and I do understand both sides, but I also do understand some of the BS and the bureaucracy, and I do understand what Rich Paul is saying. And they are saying, this is Rich Paul. He represents LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Ben Simmons, Draymond Green. He represents a number of other talented athletes. He is the guy who runs Clutch Sports. Now, Clutch Sports, they say the new NCAA says if you want to talk to these kids, you have to have a bachelor's degree. That's now called the Rich Paul rule because of, just think about it. Now, this is also a very interesting thing, and I think this is where it all kind of came from. There was a player that Rich Paul had, and I don't know if y'all remember this guy because he's not very, very, very well known, but he is somebody that I think is going to become very well known. And I think if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's a gentleman who decided that he was going to not go to college. Instead, do you know what he was going to do? He was going to take a $1 million internship. That's right, a $1 million. Do you know where? Can you get $1 million internship?
Nope.
I know I can't get $1 million internship. I want $1 million internship. Can you give me $1 million internship? I want this.
Does Carl get $1 million for this internship?
Carl. No, Carl. This is the whole thing I think that kind of took the Rich Paul crux and set it into overflow. I think the fact that, I've also heard, I mean, this is what I'm trying to say is I'm going to get off of this. But what I want you as a fan of the show, and you as somebody I think that's very educated, if you get an opportunity, do a little looking, do a little bit of digging. I'm going to bring in some people that are smarter than me. I'm talking to people that are smarter than me because I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about, and I want to get this thing right because I don't want to screw this one up. I really don't, because I think it's definitely way too important. The things that are being claimed on both sides are very, very ugly. The NCAA, what they're basically saying is, oh, hold up, I forgot. Oh man, Tony's gone. Dang, T-Bone. Tony was on hold, and I just want you to know, Tony, I'm sorry. I'm going to call you after the show, but you got to call back in tomorrow and beat my face for that. That's my fault. Gabe, I forgot about it. I started talking the Rich Paul things. Next thing you know, I started freaking out. But what I'm trying to say is, Rich Paul doesn't mind if, you need to look at the issue, the memo that's going around and that's come out. And like I said, I just want you to do your homework. And guess what? This week, we are going to break down the NCAA. We're going to break down the issues surrounding the Rich Paul rules, the NBPA, the NBA Basketball Players Association, how they certify agents, et cetera, and we're going to dig deep up into this thing. I can promise you that. Big thanks to, Gabe, he's back. Carl, thank you. Lester Hudson and Dominique, what y'all did for all the kids. Love you. Brett and Wolo are coming up next. And again, just a big thanks to everybody out there for listening, participating. Hit us up at the First Bank, phone lines. And I always got to thank my sponsors, Central Barbecue. Don't forget cbqmemphis.com. Bill at iBuy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. And then don't forget memphisfarmers.com. My man Chad Gatlin, he's always got you covered. He'll never, ever let you down. And if you don't, just remember memphisfarmers.com or 901-235-1176. Coming up next, it's sports time. I got to get out of here. Y'all make this world a better place. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace!
You have to be up in 5 hours. 2 hours. 6 minutes, and you haven't slept a wink. ZzzQuil Pure Z's is a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake with no next-day grogginess. So tonight, try new ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
You know, summer's going to be over before you know it.
Thank God.
Come on, before you know it, the kids will be focused on school.
You don't know my kids.
Not from lack of trying. And you'll think I should have taken more time to take the family to
Central Barbecue.
Exactly. Or you'll think I should have gotten Central Barbecue takeout